Hey guys, it's Tuesday, March 8th, 2011, and today is a very special episode, for me anyway, because today is my 100th episode of Talk to Me Tuesday. I've put together a few numbers to share with you guys because I started Talk to Me Tuesday in April of 2009, and it was supposed to be sort of a Q&A session. At the time, it had some requests for tutorial videos and things, which I've since done. And I thought it would be a really good way to just kind of communicate in a more realistic fashion than just text. And there's so many people that I know online that I had known and talked to, and a few of those people I'd gotten to meet through Harry Potter conferences, but it's totally different when you hear someone's voice and you see their facial expressions and their hand movement, which you guys know that I am a big hand talker. Anyway, so I have some numbers for you because I thought this would be really fun. So today is my 100th episode of Talk to Me Tuesday. Right now there are 50 members in our Livejournal community. 32 of those members are active members. That means that they post Talk to Me Tuesday videos. Maybe not actively every single week, but actively as in at least a few times a year they post a video for us to see, and we talk to them and we chat, whatever. If you're new to Talk to Me Tuesday, we're primarily a Livejournal community, and we post our videos there, and that's where we have the bulk of our conversation. So you do see some comments on YouTube, but most of our conversations that happen because of the videos actually happen in the comments over in our Livejournal community. Anybody's welcome to join. Anyone can talk to us. Anyone can post a video. Anybody crafty, if you want to do show and tell, you want to do a tutorial, you want to pull out your grandmother's quilt, or you want to show your cross stitch, or whatever it is that you're working on. If you work with your hands, you do stenciling, you do sculpture, whatever, you're welcome. Arts, crafts, anything creative. It's just a really good way to spend 10 minutes a week just talking to other people who want to hear about what you have to say. On YouTube, if you search for Talk to Me Tuesday under blogs and people, you will find 932 returns. I stopped checking after 7 pages. All of them were our videos. If you search TTMT, same thing, people and blogs, you get 694 videos. If Talk to Me Tuesday was a television show, we would now be viable for syndication, because 100 episodes is what's considered viable for syndication in the United States. I thought that was kind of fun because we're not a TV show, we're never going to be a TV show, but I think that we've all gotten to know each other really well, and I know that I have more than 50 people watching my videos every week, and I think it's really cool that we're able to communicate this way. We can talk to each other every week, we can share stuff that we made, and I can comment on what you made, you can comment on what I've made. We've done swaps, we've done challenges, we've had drawings, we do all kinds of things together as a group, which I think is really, really cool. So, let's see, what else? I had one more thing to show you in relation to this being my 100th episode. When I first started Talk to Me Tuesday, I had just donated all of my empty spools to a preschool teacher, and I started collecting them again, and they will again be going to the same preschool teacher at the end of this month. But I thought you guys would be curious to see how many spools I've collected since I started Talk to Me Tuesday. Now when I say collected, I don't mean like I've been collecting them for people. These are the spools that I personally have emptied sewing since I started Talk to Me Tuesday in 2009. So I haven't counted these, but as you can see, I sew a lot. These are from quilting, they're from costume making, they're from making bags, they're from just anything that has to do with fabric and my sewing machine. That's what these are from. These are all spools that I emptied between 2009 and today. And I actually, you can kind of see my spools back here, and they're getting a little thin right now, so I am going to be stocking up pretty soon because I have a few colors that I'm completely out of. I use a lot of neutrals because when you piece for a quilt, you don't piece with red or green or something like that. You piece with a neutral color because you're often piecing a light color or a dark color, so you use like an ecru or a light gray or something like that. And it tends to blend better, so it disappears as you're piecing. The color stuff I use is more for my costuming and bags and things like that, or just top stitching when I'm quilting and things like that. So lots of thread, lots of empty spools, and those will be going to a preschool. They use them for crafts, and they count them and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. It's a great way to recycle. And if you don't have someone to donate them to, they do recycle because they're just plastic. I do keep my wooden spools. I don't have very many of them. They're all, you know, vintage, antique kind of things, and I have about 6. I'll have to show you those later. It is just over 2 weeks until I go to quilt retreat, and I will have super Mongo huge show and tell when I get back, because I always do. I'll put a link to last year's show and tell video somewhere here. We'll put it here over on top of my fabulous Australian flag that Hard Hat Cat gave me. And you can see my show and tell from last year's retreat and just see how much I managed to get finished. And hopefully this year's retreat I'll have that much or even more, just depending on how things go. Because last year I went to retreat. I'll have to look to see if I talked about this, but last year I went to retreat. I pulled my sewing machine out. I got it all set up. I went to put my thread in, and I realized I had forgotten my bobbin case, which is this little piece right here. Now, this fabulous sewing machine behind me is rendered completely useless without this piece right here. I was not at home, obviously. I was at retreat and just far enough away that it was really inconvenient to come back. Fortunately, one of my friends had brought an extra sewing machine just in case, and that's what I sewed on. So after I got over my initial panic, because I really was very panicky about the whole thing, after I got over my initial panic, I just got over it and pulled out my projects and used her extra machine, and it was great and it was fine, and I got my projects done, or at least got them moved forward. This year my goal is to finish the Project of Doom quilt so that I have it completely done by the end of March. That's been my plan all along, so I've been staying far enough ahead so that when I get to retreat I can finish and get my blocks all done. I have a few other things I want to work on too, because, you know, I adore paper piecing, but I do other stuff too, so I will be doing that at retreat as well. I do have some postcards to show you guys. I mailed them already, but fortunately I took a picture. But I think I'm going to wait till next week because it was a swap, and since I didn't show them last week and I already mailed them out, I think I'll wait till next week so that there's no spoilers for any of the people that are swapping. So I think that's going to be it. This was going to be a big whiz bang 100 episode Talk to Me Tuesday, but I didn't really have any requests. I didn't really have any questions. I did have a couple of requests for tutorials, and those will be forthcoming. It has been a really hard spring. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know that there have been some deaths in our lives with family and friends, and we have all been sick. Like, it's just been rotating through my house where everyone has been sick, and you can hear them. I'm even a little hoarse today, and fortunately this is allergies, so because it's spring here and my allergies are starting to kick in. But it's just been a rough few months, and so I haven't done a tutorial because when I record a tutorial it usually takes me a couple of hours to record it because I really take my time and show all the steps, and then it takes me several days to edit and put it all together so that it's watchable. And so I don't want to make a tutorial for you guys and have it be sort of half done and not well put together or whatever. So that's probably about it. I did wear my Talk to Me Tuesday shirt today in honor of my 100th episode. You guys talk about what episode number you're on. I think you'll be really surprised how many you've done. If you're not numbering your episodes, I know some of you do say, you know, number 32, number 33, but if you haven't counted how many you've done, go back and look, and I think you'll be really surprised at how many you've recorded. We've come a long way. We've come a long, long way from that first video where I was half mortified that I was recording myself and looking at myself in a monitor, and didn't expect anyone to watch, really didn't think it would work. Did it because people asked me to, and here we are almost 2 years later, and we're still recording, and we're still sharing, and we're still friends, and we have so many new friends from this that how can you go wrong with that? I haven't missed a week yet, so this is 100 weeks consecutive for me. I have not missed a week. Had a couple of weeks where it was only like a minute, but I've never missed a Talk to Me Tuesday video. Will I miss this year? I have no idea. I'm gonna try not to. It matters to me that I post every week, so I do my best to post every week. So far, I've always posted on Tuesday. If I post late one day this year, hopefully you guys will forgive me. So, also, I'm getting my eyes checked this week, so it is entirely possible that I will have new glasses by next week, so we shall see. That's it. You guys show me lots of great show and tell, and as the name implies, talk to me today. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Sleeping late, but we're not lazy. Getting older, but we're still crazy. I'm so glad that I had these friends of mine.